Hello, Dinara.
Hi, James.
And welcome back to the next edition. So what we are looking at now is so it's another academic reading one from IELTS, and this one is multiple choice. So there's more than one answer. And with multiple choice, as with all of these, have a look at what the answers are first. Always have a look, because then you know what to look out for. And the great thing I think about multiple choice is you can do things by process of elimination. So if you see something that doesn't quite fit, then, you can just get rid of it, basically. So that's about it, basically. And yeah, it's good. So let's have a look then here, basically. So which two advantages are mentioned by the writer of the text? So you've got these as answers, and then which two disadvantages? So you're looking for disadvantages of employing younger workers and advantages of employing older workers.
I remember this text.
Yeah.
From times I prepared.
Yeah, but it doesn't surprise me that some of the ones, it says The Economist newspaper, Limited, London, 1999. So that's a while ago. I was 12 years old in 1999. So it's 11 for over half of it, and then 12 for the other, that's in nearly 6 months. So let's get started. I'll start reading it. So clearly, when older people do heavy physical work, their age may affect their productivity. But other skills may increase with age, including many that are crucial for good management, such as an ability to handle people diplomatically, to run a meeting, or to spot a problem before it blows up. Peter Higgs, who coordinates OECD work on the policy implications of aging, says that plenty of research suggests older people are paid more because they are worth more. And the virtues of the young may be exaggerated. The few companies that have kept on older workers find they have good judgment and their productivity is good, says Peter Peterson, author of a recent book on the impact of aging. Besides, their education standards are much better than those of today's young high school graduates. Companies may say that older workers are not worth training because they are reaching the end of their working lives. In fact, young people tend to switch jobs so frequently that they offer the worst returns on training. The median age for employer-driven training is the late 40s and early 50s. And this training goes mainly to managers.
Okay, everything definitely changed since then.
Yeah, definitely. And apart from anything else, I think that they were lying at the time about the education standards being better in the past. No. So especially nowadays, because more young people are university graduates than in the past, that's a huge difference. And nowadays you sort of need to have a university degree to do any job, almost any job. So, certainly anything that involves office work. It's a bit different in other places, but yeah, anything that involves office work.
And I also have another comment that nowadays we live longer.
Yes.
So in Russia, for example, they increased age of
retirement.
Retirement. So they are going to do it everywhere in the world.
Yeah, absolutely, they will do. Here I think it's 68 or something like that, whereas so I think it's 68 here, but in some other places it's more. Yeah, that's what it is exactly. So excellent. So what we can do now is we'll continue with these questions. Any questions on the vocabulary, or is it all clear?
Yes, one word, virtues.
Virtues, benefits or positive attributes. Yeah, so it's the opposite. So it's the opposite of vice, which are sort of bad habits and character flaws. Virtues, it's positive character traits.
I see something good. And also, maybe there are people who think that increasing pension age is bad, but statistics say that more active you are when you're let's say, older, better it is for your health and you live longer in the end.
Absolutely. And the people who cope with retirement well are the ones who are doing lots of things, so it really is good to keep your brain active, and languages are a good way to do that. So I think that was a really interesting one, is bilingual and multilingual people have lower rates of Alzheimer's, so lower rates of dementia, for example, because it is a good way to keep your brain active.
Yeah, as usual, scientists say that use it or lose it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Exactly, use it or lose it, as they say. Mm-hmm. Let's have a look at, so what we're going to do first with this one, I think, is let's have a look at the two advantages that are mentioned in the text. So these are advantages of employing older workers. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, so with this particular one, let's have a look. So advantages: handle people diplomatically, run a meeting to spot a problem before it blows up. Let's see if, so predict areas that may cause trouble in the future is one, because that's very similar to spot a problem before it blows up. Mm-hmm. And then the next one, they are more skilled in personal relationships. So that one, because it says handle people diplomatically. And I think that one probably is very accurate, actually. The only caveat I would add is that sometimes, as people age, they can become more stubborn and more stuck in their own way of doing things, and they're less open to changing their ideas. So not always, but that can be how people, what people do when they age.
Mm-hmm. But I think our generation will be different. And younger generation, because we are born with the internet and with constant searching information. And,
yeah, absolutely.
For example, sorry, I'm 36, and I did not feel myself that I'm 36 because maybe because I work with the kids and teenagers more, but I think it's more about the fact that we constantly study something.
Yes,
thankfully to the internet.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So now what we've got to do is look at the disadvantages of younger workers, employing younger workers. So let's have a look here. So with younger workers, it says, it says here, besides, their education standards are much better than those of today's young high school graduates. And then it also says, in fact, young people tend to switch jobs so frequently that they offer the worst returns on training. So that would be, what that would be is they are not as well educated as older workers, and they do not stay with the same company for very long. Okay,
great. And James, how do you see yourself? When are you going to go on pension? Did you think about
70 probably. I think, in all honesty, what I'll probably just do is I'll get back in, if I'm not still freelancing at that point, then I'll probably get back into freelancing and just work fewer hours in my 60s than I did in earlier points, basically. I think that's what I'll do. So I have like a slow easing into retirement, and then by the time I'm 70, maybe just do a couple hours a week, just do like 10 hours a week or something. So I'll probably do it gradually, I think. What about you?
Me? I feel that I will not go to pension ever in my life, like Henry Kissinger and all these old people.
Yes.
He's this year 100 years old.
Wow. Okay, so 100 years old this year. Okay. So as we say, he's had a good innings. So as in at 100 years old, that's a bit of a weird saying, but he's absolutely had a good innings, which is good.
Okay, so as usual, guys, we wait for you in our next episodes, and write any comment you would like to about our lessons. Obviously, more positive ones, because we'll be happy to read that. You find our lessons useful, and maybe you see that we can improve something, or interesting topics you would like us to do in our next episodes. James, thank you.
You're welcome. See you later. Bye-bye.